Nerina Kiplagat, and I'm the Governance and Peacebuilding Coordinator at UNDP's Regional Service Center for Africa. So happy International Youth Day and welcome to this webinar, as mentioned by Christella, entitled From Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. Digitalization, as we have seen, is really transforming our world and creating unprecedented opportunities to accelerate sustainable development. Digital technologies such as mobile devices, digital services, and artificial intelligence play a crucial role in the progression of the Sustainable Development Goals. Data generated from digital interactions where youth engage supports evidence-based decision-making with a significant impact on economic, social, and environmental dimensions, and highlights the role of youth as digital champions in advancing sustainable development through these digital pathways. As the 2030 deadline for the SDGs approaches, the role of young people in digital innovations is essential for addressing global issues. Additionally, during the upcoming UN Summit of the Future that is being held in September, there will be a proposed adoption of the Global Digital Compact, which outlines shared principles for an open, free, and secure digital future for all. This compact is critical for youth as it promotes innovation and entrepreneurship among youth and underrepresented groups to increase digital startups and small enterprises, particularly in developing countries, facilitating market access through digital technologies. Today's webinar provides an opportunity to discuss the role of young people in advancing digital technologies for sustainable development in Africa. By leveraging technology and innovation, young people can accelerate progress towards achieving the 2030 agenda, as well as addressing social, economic, and environmental issues. To conclude, I would like to sincerely thank, on behalf of UNDP, all the main speakers at today's event, and also to all of you participants for joining us here today. And I wish you all very fruitful discussions and interactions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nerina, and for opening with this keynote on the role of young people in using or leveraging digital solutions and technologies to accelerate SDGs towards health, economic, or environmental issues. And on our program, we have different speakers who will be telling us how young people are using digital technologies to foster some of these topics. And before we go into those presentations, I request my colleague Pezu to come in and set the scene for this webinar. Pezu, you are welcome.
Thank you, Christella, and hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar once again. So I'll just share my screen so that we can set the scene. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So just to highlight the objectives of this webinar, it's to explore the role of young people in driving digital transition. So as mentioned also by our Regional Governance and Peacebuilding Coordinator, Nerina, in her opening remarks. Also, this is an opportunity for us to highlight youth-led digital solutions and innovations in Africa. So as mentioned by Christella, we have different youths from across the continent who will be highlighting some of the work that they're doing to harness digital solutions to advance the SDGs. And we'll also offer practical recommendations for ethical digital engagement. And this is also to ensure that we provide actionable advice for youth and how to ensure that they can collaborate effectively. So just a few house rules as well. Please ensure that you're considerate and respectful and allow others to engage without judgment or interruption. Please feel free to keep your camera on as this is for the presenters, and ensure that your mics are muted during the presentations. We also encourage questions and live participation. And please raise your hand and speak directly. And please also make use of the chat box to contribute as the webinar goes on. Also, as mentioned by Christella, we have interpretation services. So if you just look at the bottom, there's the little globe. We have English and French interpretation. Thank you, and over to you, Christella.
Thank you, Pezu, for setting the scene and providing these key guidelines on how this webinar will be conducted. I will request the participants to use the chat box to put up your questions. We will be having presentations from 4 speakers, and afterwards we will move to question and answers. But if you have a question, feel free to post it ahead so that maybe we can also look at them before we request participants to raise their hands. Please, dear speakers, you have 5 minutes for your interventions. And I will start with Adama. Adama Gaba Abu from Niger, who is a program officer from Nigeria. She will tell us about this. And she's a social entrepreneur, feminist and activist for human rights and climate justice. And in her work with Niger, the association supports and advocates for human rights and their economic empowerment. So Adama, I will give you the floor. Let us welcome her, and tu es la bienvenue. She'll be speaking in French, and we can, for those who need a translation, can switch to interpretation. Thank you, and Adama, you are welcome. Bienvenue, Adama.
Bonjour tout le monde.
We are not hearing you well. Can you increase your volume? Ready? Are you hearing us? Your microphone is off, Adama.
Oui, je vous reçois. Bonjour.
Bonjour, on vous entend, mais il faut augmenter un peu le volume. Ou vous rapprochez de votre micro.
Allô?
Oui.
Ça va, vous me recevez?
Oui, c'est bon maintenant. Tu peux commencer.
D'accord. Merci à toutes et à tous. Excellente journée aux jeunes qui sont présents dans ce panel. Vous m'entendez là?
Oui, oui, c'est bon, allez-y. Bonjour.
Ok, ça marche. Donc, ma présentation va se baser sur quelques 2 à 3 points. D'abord, sur un récap des tendances d'accès à l'Internet et les taux d'utilisation d'Internet en Afrique. Donc, je disais, ça va se baser sur les tendances, accès à l'Internet et accès également au taux d'utilisation. Quand vous prenez particulièrement en Afrique, selon l'agence Ecofin, qui mène continuellement des études sur le numérique, sur son utilisation et sur d'autres thématiques en lien avec l'éthique, l'Afrique a un taux d'accès à l'Internet de 43%. Et dans ce taux d'accès à l'Internet, le taux d'utilisation entre 2015 et 2022 est passé de 25% à 40%. Pour montrer combien, comment dirais-je, l'utilisation est rapide de cet outil qu'est l'Internet. Alors, mis à part ça, quand vous prenez pour son utilisation, excusez-moi, vous me restez.
Ah, Dama, tu as enlevé le son. Est-ce que tu peux activer ton son?
Je voudrais me rassurer que vous me recevez.
Oui, on te reçoit, mais tu avais éteint le
D'accord,
micro. Oui.
d'accord, ça marche. Par rapport aux règles des jeunes dans la transition numérique, moi, le travail que je fais avec Nigériel, je me déconcentre. Je disais que le travail que je fais avec Nigériel dans ce domaine-là, c'est pour contribuer à quelques 3 voire 4 ODD. Quand vous prenez le travail que je fais, c'est d'abord un travail de développement avec l'organisation. Je rappelle que je travaille uniquement avec des femmes et nous les accompagnons dans le développement des idées de projets.
Oui, allez-y. Oui,
Ok.
allez-y.
Donc, je disais qu'on travaille avec les femmes dans le développement des idées de projets, surtout des projets en lien avec le développement agricole, la création des entreprises. Donc, ça nous permet d'intervenir à ce niveau, au niveau des ODD 1 et 2, afin de contribuer au développement des solutions pour une autonomisation alimentaire, mais également de contribuer efficacement dans la lutte contre la pauvreté à travers la création de l'emploi que les femmes font. Nous appuyons également les jeunes filles dans les domaines du numérique à développer des solutions numériques et mieux à utiliser ces solutions numériques pour pouvoir vendre des produits et services. Donc, au niveau du Nigériel également, je suis en tant que jeune, euh, je facilite au fait les réseautages entre les jeunes. Quand vous prenez le domaine de l'entrepreneuriat, c'est un domaine qui a besoin d'autres domaines pour pouvoir se développer. Donc, je fais un peu la mise en réseau entre les femmes des différents domaines, tels que la cosmétique, la transformation agroalimentaire, la vente des produits ici, comment dirais-je, de recyclage entre ces femmes entrepreneurs-là et certaines institutions de la place. Alors, je vais passer à la deuxième question qui était des recommandations à savoir comment soutenir les jeunes. Alors, pour développer ce domaine, qui est le domaine numérique, et surtout pour nous les jeunes, j'ai quelques recommandations. D'abord, la première recommandation, c'est de soutenir de manière effective les initiatives locales. Il faudrait accompagner les femmes et les jeunes à travers des accompagnements techniques. Ça peut être des renforcements de capacités sur l'utilisation des numériques, sur comment créer des plateformes numériques. Et mieux, il faudrait créer un cadre d'échange et de partage d'expériences entre les différentes parties prenantes. Quand vous prenez par exemple les jeunes qui sont de domaines différents, mais qui, des domaines peuvent être interdépendants l'un envers l'autre. Je pense que favoriser la création des cadres d'échange entre ces jeunes-là, à travers les différentes plateformes numériques, à travers les différents groupes, peut faciliter le développement du numérique et également le développement durable. Alors, ma recommandation également, c'est de faciliter l'accès au marché, au financement pour ces jeunes-là à travers leurs entreprises. Donc, un soutien technique qui va leur permettre d'abord de revoir leurs projets, de pouvoir mieux orienter leurs idées de projet et à la longue, un soutien financier qui peut leur permettre de développer ces idées-là, de les rendre réelles et mieux de contribuer à l'ODD 8 qui est la création d'un emploi décent pour ces jeunes-là. Donc, en tant que jeune, je pense que c'est de ces initiatives qu'on aura besoin. Il faut d'abord qu'il y ait un cadre entre nous qui peut nous permettre d'échanger. Aujourd'hui, je suis au Niger, j'interviens dans tel domaine, que je puisse échanger avec un autre jeune qui est sur un autre continent ou dans un autre pays et qui peut m'aider parce que les difficultés que je rencontre ici, peut-être lui, c'est des difficultés qu'il a eu déjà à surmonter. Donc, c'est vraiment ces recommandations que j'ai à adresser en tant que jeune pour permettre le développement de numérique. Vous prenez la plupart des jeunes en Afrique, ça donne beaucoup comment dirais-je, à la vie associative. Et je pense que le numérique peut nous servir de moyen de pression sur les décideurs. Il peut nous servir de moyen de pression sur les décideurs. Parce qu'à travers ce numérique-là, on peut organiser des campagnes de sensibilisation et même des plaidoyers. On peut élargir nos réseaux et voir un jeune qui est du Nigeria, un jeune qui est à Paris, qu'est-ce qu'il fait?
Adama, you
Oui,
have 30 seconds to conclude.
ok,
Tu as 30 secondes pour conclure.
Ok, merci beaucoup. En conclusion, je dirais que pour atteindre les ODD, il est important d'abord de démocratiser, comment dire, l'Internet. Il faut la rendre accessible et facile à tous les jeunes. Et ainsi, en tant que jeunes, nous pourrons vraiment mettre nos compétences au service de ce développement durable. Donc, il faudrait la démocratiser et offrir les opportunités à tous les jeunes pour qu'ils puissent vraiment montrer leur talent via l'utilisation de cet outil qu'est le numérique. Je vous remercie.
Merci beaucoup, Adama, pour tes contributions. Nous notons ces éléments et les recommandations. And I would just want to emphasize on the last two recommendations. One, using digital technologies as a tool for convening all young people who are intervening on different markets and issues, and have a platform where they can meet and interact. And at the same time, using these tools as an advocacy way of reaching up to politicians and other leaders. Thank you very much, Adama. We have another speaker, Emmanuel Lahai from Sierra Leone. He is a founder of SendMe, an e-commerce platform that is used to deliver. And Emmanuel, the floor is yours. You have 5 minutes. Thank you. They're not hearing you. Maybe you can use the speaker and not.
Hear me?
Okay, now it's fine.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you?
Are you being cut?
Est-ce que vous...
Your internet is not stable.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh. Okay then. Good day, everyone. Good afternoon or good morning from where you're from. Distinguished guests, partners, and fellow innovators. It's an honor to stand before you and today to share the story of SendMe, an e-commerce and delivery startup that transforms lives and advancing digital transition in Sierra Leone. So at SendMe, we believe in the future where technology serves as a bridge to opportunity for all. Our mission is not only to facilitate seamless exchange of goods and services, but to empower small businesses, especially those led by women, by providing them with logistics and market access they need to strive. We are deeply committed to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG number 9, which focuses on industry, innovation, infrastructure, and SDG number 13, which calls for urgent action to the fight against carbon and climate change. So by digitalizing everyday activities through our multi-vendor app and bike raiding fleet, we're not just enabling efficient commerce, we're also fostering a culture and sustainability and responsible business practice. So our business basically helps individuals move products and support these businesses by young women. So we're enhancing market access for women-led businesses, reducing our carbon footprint with our electric bikes or plans on integrating and digitalizing everyday activities through a bike riding fleet and multi-vendor app. So when you want to buy something, you want to buy food, you want to buy certain items, instead of going to the store directly, you can just use our platform and order from our app or our website. Our work is more than just delivery. It's about creating digital ecosystem where small businesses, especially women-led enterprise, can grow and succeed. So far, we supported over 100 women-led businesses and completed more than 10,000 deliveries. But these numbers are only tell a part of the story. Each delivery, each business we support represents a step towards a more inclusive and equitable economy. The success of SendMe would not have been possible without the invaluable support of partners like UNDP, who have championed our cause and provided the resources and guidance needed to scale operations. Together, we're building a more resilient, digital-first economy in Sierra Leone, one that creates jobs, reduces inequalities, and drives sustainable development. As we look to the future, we have practical recommendations for stakeholders. Firstly, we must continue to build digital solutions and address the unique challenges faced by our communities. So it's more about solving problems. So there are lots of problems in our communities, and problems around finance, problems around the way we buy food, problems around the way we move from one place to another. So by encouraging youths to build solutions that are digital solutions, this will also encourage people to embrace digital technology. Secondly, we must leverage social media and other platforms to network, share knowledge, and build stronger partnerships that can drive real change. So we also believe that social media is an important factor, as this has been like the platform that has spearheaded technology. We know that if today we can interact with people in Addis, in people from Niger, people from all around the world, is because of social media. So it's important that we leverage social media and the network that it possesses to actually reach out to more people and encourage people to be more digitalized. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for your continued support and collaboration. SendMe is more than just a business. It's a movement to digitalize, innovate, and to build a better future for all. Together, we can ensure that technology empowers more rather than exclude, and that progress is shared by everyone, everywhere. Bonjour à tous, et je suis Emmanuel, un innovateur. C'est un honneur pour moi de me tenir devant vous aujourd'hui pour partager les SendMe, une start-up de commerce électronique et de livraison qui transforme la vie de la progression, la transition numérique en Sierra Leone. Chez SendMe, nous croyons en un avenir.
Manuel, allow me to interrupt you. We have interpretation, so
Oh, okay.
you don't need to go through
Okay,
the French version, but
Okay.
you can have 30 seconds to wrap up.
Okay, then. So yes, basically our point is that at SendMe, we believe that technology can solve like the problems we're facing and can empower people. Instead of having like people struggling to have delivery services, our platform can help businesses led by women to actually get their deliveries done and expand their businesses, providing employment. We're currently employing 20 youths. We have 100 businesses that have been supported and 10,000 deliveries done. And this is something that can be expanded across Africa. So believe that other youths and other innovators should continue to build solutions, and this is how digitalization can expand in Africa. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We understand that your solution improves people's life through providing solution for their daily life, but at the same time, creating opportunities for jobs and income generation for young people and households. Thank you very much. If you have questions for Emmanuel, don't hesitate to post them. We have time to come back to his intervention. And we will pass to our third speaker. It's my honor to introduce to you Lesa Lela, the Executive Director of Youth-Led Development Alliance and Youth Africa Unite. And this alliance seeks to strengthen youth participation and inclusion in Zambia's sustainable development. I will let Lesa talk more about this initiative and how it is leveraging digital solutions. Over to you, Lesa. I'm not seeing Lesa. Maybe we can pass to our.
He's online.
Okay, Lesa, welcome.
Am I old enough?
Lesa, we are not hearing you.
No.
No.
I don't know if I'm audible enough.
Yes, go ahead.
Am I audible enough?
Lesa, we are not hearing you. Maybe we can pass to our next speaker. Okay, Lesa, go ahead, go ahead. I'm seeing you now, but I'm not hearing you still. I think Lesa has a technical issue. Lesa, if you are hearing us, can you type something on the chat? And in the meantime, I'll request our fourth speaker, Zainab Miski Ahmed, to get ready to intervene, and maybe Lesa can come later after. Zainab, are you hearing us? If it's me, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you, Christella.
Okay, I think if Zainab is not also available, we'll move to the next part of this webinar. There are
Hello,
questions.
can you hear me?
Yes, Zainab, let me introduce you. Zainab is a community data steward for the Tana River County government, and she's a volunteer as a community data steward for Tana River County government, helping to map water points in an area facing increasing scarcity. She's also a chairperson of Beyond Youth CBO of and Umoja Women Group, where she's actively engaging in community initiative and awareness program. Zainab, you are welcome to present.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Zainab Miski Ahmed from Tana River County, Kenya. I'm excited to be here today to discuss on how digital innovation is driving progress towards sustainable development goals, that is the SDGs. My work with various organizations like UNDP Kenya on water mapping project in Tana River County has given me first-hand experience in using technology to address critical challenges. Digital innovation impact. Digital tools are crucial in addressing both local and global challenges. For example, our water mapping project we used the Geographical Information System, GIS, and Open Data Kit or DK tools to map and analyze water resources in Tana River County. This helped us to identify areas lacking access to clean water and sanitation, SDG 6. Empowering youth. Young people are instrumental in driving digital progress. In our project, we trained local youth in data collection and GIS, which empowered them, enhanced and project effectiveness. This involvement made a significant impact on both community and their own skill development. Challenges and solutions in digital projects. Every organization faces challenges. In our cases, we encountered issues like limited internet connectivity and lack of technical skills. By partnering with UNDP Kenya and providing technical support, conducting training and workshop, we overcome these obstacles successfully and successfully implemented our projects. In conclusion, my work in data collection and analysis contributed to advancing digital transition and achieving the SDGs. Call to action, I encourage young people to use the skills and technology to address both local and global challenges and to stay engaged with the SDGs. Nice to meet you guys and happy International Youth Day.
Thank you, Zainab. If I try to wrap up what you just said, is that data collection is key to knowing the situation and helping analysis on how to bring solution, specifically to your field of access to water, but at the same time encouraging young people to use digital technologies to foster SDGs. I don't know if Lesa can now speak. Lesa, are you able to speak? If not, we pass to some questions there, those which are addressed to Adama, and another one which is general. And I invite you to keep posting your questions and we'll try to answer them. So, Lesa, are you able to speak now? I think the issue with the connectivity for Lesa is still there. So there are some questions that are addressed directly to Adama. And the first one is in French. And it says, est-ce qu'il y a un volet éducatif dans le plan d'action de sa structure pour la bonne utilisation des médias sociaux pour les femmes? And the second question for Adama is in English. I would like to ask Adama Garba if there is some concrete examples of digital initiatives that their NGO, Nigeriel, help currently, and what has been the impact on communities. And I will give Adama 1 minute to answer these questions. And then we will pass to the next questions, which are general. Adama.
I think Adama has lost connectivity.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know if there is anyone, because these are specific questions to her organization. The third question is a general one, and it says, hello, I am Beatrice Chao Solomon from Kenya. Beatrice, if you still connected, you can ask your question and panelists will answer it. Beatrice. Beatrice from Kenya. So
my question was, how can we help youth, those who they want to learn about business, to avoid them from ignorance, because many of them are not learned.
Thank you. Emmanuel, can you answer this question?
So the question is, what has SENMI strategy been to support 100+ led businesses well, we realized that most of the SMEs in Sierra Leone are women-led. So we decided to target those, and we're doing direct marketing to those businesses. So that's why primarily most of our businesses are women-led businesses. Like most large corporations, when people are educated and then they are thinking of starting a business, they are mostly women-led businesses. So our strategy has mostly been direct, reaching to them directly, and then trying to tailor our business towards their service, which involves offering affordable services. Like our delivery services is basically the most affordable in Freetown. And regarding the second question is, are we only focused on women-led businesses? No, we're also focused on other businesses led by youth, but it's mostly youth and women. But I'll say like 80% of our businesses are women-led businesses and about 20% are youth-led businesses. But we're also looking at empowering other demographics, but primarily we're focused on women-led businesses and youth-led businesses. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. I'm inviting Ganda from Chad, who has requested to speak, to come and make your intervention and contribution. I don't know if I pronounced well your name. You will excuse me. Ganda from Chad.
Bonjour à tout le monde. J'espère que vous me recevez.
Oui, oui, on vous reçoit très bien.
D'accord, merci. Merci d'abord pour cette opportunité de participer à ce webinaire, de partager aussi notre expérience. Je suis Gandabini Djabou, un jeune leader et acteur communautaire dans la province du Moyen-Chari au Tchad. Je suis un administrateur formé en administration des affaires et aussi un business coach expérimenté. Actuellement, je suis le coordonnateur d'un réseau des associations dénommé Consortium pour la promotion des initiatives et le développement, une organisation qui œuvre inlassablement pour l'atteinte des ODD 2030. Alors, je nous présente très vite notre contexte. Notre organisation est créée depuis 2018 et basée dans la ville de Sarr, une des provinces situées au sud du Tchad, une province qui a une forte densité humaine et dont, avec beaucoup de défis du point de vue socio-économique, une pauvreté aussi accrue, parce qu'on dénombre plus de 52% de la population qui vit avec moins de $1 par jour. Voilà, là, ce sont les défis au niveau local. En plus de ces défis, nous avons aussi un défi de changement climatique actuel. Le changement climatique influence vraiment sur la production agricole et d'une autre manière, ça influe aussi sur la sécurité alimentaire. Donc, voilà un peu le contexte, notre contexte local. Un contexte qui a vraiment besoin des innovations, qui a vraiment besoin d'une adaptation, non seulement climatique, mais aussi technologique. Alors, aujourd'hui, depuis 2018 jusqu'à nos jours, nous avons vraiment mis en œuvre plusieurs activités. Nous avons, parmi lesquelles, un projet de lutte contre la disparité et la déperdition des filles en milieu universitaire, financé par l'ambassade de France au Tchad. Et dans ce projet, nous avons intégré vraiment de la technologie sous le concept Genre Tech. C'est un concept sous lequel nous avons réalisé des formations. Nous avons formé 30 filles universitaires sur la communication digitale, la création des contenus et les sensibilisations et les plaidoyers. L'objectif, c'est d'amener vraiment les filles à utiliser la technologie pour contribuer à la réduction des inégalités et à booster surtout le taux d'accès des filles en milieu universitaire et leur maintien. Nous avons aussi mis en œuvre des projets dans le domaine de l'agriculture. Un de nos projets financé par Youth Climate Justice Fund, c'est un projet qui vise à former vraiment les producteurs agricoles. Et dans ce projet, nous avons intégré aussi de la technologie, notamment les installations des systèmes d'irrigation à immersion solaire, les systèmes d'irrigation goutte à goutte. Nous avons aussi mis en œuvre des projets dans le domaine de la citoyenneté. Le projet intitulé Renforcement de la citoyenneté et de la participation des jeunes. Dans ce projet, nous avons intégré également de la technologie sous le concept Civic Tech. Donc, à travers ce projet, nous avons aussi formé beaucoup de jeunes au Tchad sur la lutte contre la désinformation, sur la gestion rationnelle des médias sociaux parce que le contexte tchadien est un peu compliqué. Les jeunes utilisent très irrationnellement les médias sociaux et cela contribuent à la déstabilisation de notre société. Donc, à travers ce projet, nous avons conçu des vidéos, des podcasts. Nous avons réuni des jeunes qu'on a formés aussi sur l'utilisation des médias sociaux, etc. Un de nos projets a porté également sur la gouvernance foncière inclusive au Tchad et juste au Tchad. Ce projet est mis en œuvre en consortium avec Oxfam. Et à travers cela, nous avons également intégré bénéficier des formations, des renforcements de capacité en gestion des médias sociaux, etc. Et l'un de nos plus grands projets est celui mis en œuvre en collaboration avec PNUD Tchad de 2022 à 2024. Ce projet est intitulé Développement de l'entrepreneuriat féminin et à l'expérimentation des solutions à fort impact communautaire. C'est un projet qui a vraiment contribué à l'autonomisation de 150 femmes. Nous avons formé 150 femmes, non seulement dans les domaines de l'agriculture, de la transformation sur le marketing digital. À travers cela, beaucoup ont bénéficié de renforcement de capacité en création de contenu, en gestion des médias sociaux, en création des sites web et en leur animation. Et à l'issue de ces formations, les 150 femmes sont aujourd'hui autonomes. Elles ont créé leur page. Elles parviennent à vendre leurs produits non seulement physiquement, mais aussi virtuellement. Et deux de ces
Ganda,
filles ont réussi. Oui.
thank you for sharing all those initiatives, but for the sake of making others contribute, can you wrap up? 30 seconds.
D'accord. OK, merci beaucoup. Aujourd'hui, nous voudrions vraiment dire que la technologie joue un rôle très, très important dans le développement durable et nous voudrions vraiment lancer un appel à tous les partenaires qui veulent vraiment un développement durable aujourd'hui d'investir vraiment des moyens, non seulement des moyens, mais d'appuyer aussi des structures à créer, par exemple, des incubateurs numériques pour accompagner les jeunes et surtout les jeunes en milieu rural pour les amener vraiment à contribuer au développement durable. Donc, voilà un peu ce que j'ai à dire et je reste aussi ouvert pour des échanges. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much for your contribution, Ganda. And this is interesting. I see that one of the recommendations we can note from your contribution is coming to what was said by Adama, creating a platform or incubators for technologies where young people can be equipped and contributing more to bringing solutions to issues related to sustainable development. Thank you very much. Lesa is back online. Lesa, can you open your microphone and bring your contribution?
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Oh, Lesa, we're not hearing.
I'm sure you know. All right. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. Am I enough now?
Lesa, the sound is not good. Please.
Okay. Go ahead and.
We are so sorry. We cannot hear you.
All right. Am I enough now?
Not really. So sorry.
Okay.
It's still cutting, less. I cannot get you. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate that we cannot get you. We'll continue with questions online. There are people who want to ask questions. There is one that says, how is the Summit for the Future planned in September 2024 can help young people reach the Sustainable Development Goals. Maybe I can request Nirina to come in and contribute if there is not anyone in our participants who can answer this question. How is the Summit for the Future helping young people attain the Sustainable Development Goals?
If there's no one else who would like to come in, just to speak very briefly, on this, is that there have been ongoing consultations since last year in terms of inputs into the Summit of the Future. There have been global level types of engagement seeking input from youth, and also there was a Africa regional, consultation. So the point is that we also hear from youth themselves in terms of what are these priority areas. I would encourage you to look at the website for the Summit of the Future, which outlines the key priority areas. And just noting that ahead of the summit, you'll also see the latest versions in terms of inputs from member states, as well as other, different types of groups. There have also been consultations with a wide array of stakeholders. So you can see what is the latest status, and there will be deliberations and then moving towards adoption of these at the summit or just ahead of the Summit of the Future. But it is very much aligned in terms of Agenda 2030. It's not a parallel type of process. It's also to see how do we accelerate, noting that on a number of indicators, we are a little bit behind globally in terms of the implementation. So it's very much complementary, but noting also the new context that we have globally. So the poly crisis, also, lack of trust. So it's looking at what needs to be done differently, collectively, as sort of as a global community. So really, that's what it's looking at. Thanks. Over.
Thank you, Nirina, for this clarification. And the website, as you said, can provide further information for those interested to follow up the summit. And there are two questions that are addressed to Emmanuel. One is asking, is SendMe only focused on women-led businesses, or you reach out to others? And the other one is, what are challenges faced with running a startup in a country, and how have you been able to move past all the challenges? Thank you. And another one, there's a final one in French. What are the challenges? It's almost the same. And how are you able to support young people in the context of a country that is coming out of conflict? I'm trying to paraphrase and interpret.
Okay. So to answer, firstly, the major challenge, like in our initial phase, was mostly funding, access to funding. So when we started our company and trying to solve these SDGs and these problems affected by women-led businesses, the major problem was funding. But then after some time, UNDP came in and offered us a grant that actually helped us propel our business to where it is today. So the first problem I'll say is access to funding. The second problem will be access to technical know-how. So as you're running a startup, you need people who have a technical background and understand like the technicalities of a startup and of building applications and softwares. So you also have the lack of that technical savviness in Sierra Leone. So that's not a problem that we face. Now, in terms of the challenges generally in Sierra Leone, because of the conflict, of the history of conflict that we've had, it's kind of difficult for people to trust new innovation and new ideas. So you have that difficulty. People are still reluctant, and they're still coming from a perspective of fear. So it takes time for people to adapt these new technologies. So I think from the perspective of a country that had conflict, that's our major challenge. But again, we're slowly bridging those gaps by encouraging people, teaching them, organizing training sessions, marketing on social media. So we're trying to address these problems. And again, this has been possible through the help of UNDP.
Thank you, Emmanuel. The meeting is almost wrapping up, but Hawa has requested to contribute. And Hawa, instead of making your presentation, can I request that you directly go to the recommendation, basing on what has already been said about how these technologies and digital technologies specifically are contributing to accelerating sustainable development goals. Hawa, if you're online, 1 minute, and then conclude. I see that there are other questions that are coming up. We'll try and see if in the remaining minutes we can finish with them. Hawa, Zephyra.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Hawa,
Bonjour, est-ce que vous nous recevez?
Oui, c'est bon. Je disais que est-ce que vous pouvez aller directement sur les conclusions?
Allô?
Allô, les recommandations. Est-ce que vous avez une recommandation à partager?
So it's about the recommendations.
Vous s'adressez à nous, madame?
Oui.
Oui, votre question.
Are you talking to us, ma'am? Yes. I am asking, instead of doing the presentation, I'm asking you to do the conclusions and the recommendations.
D'accord.
All right.
En fait, l'application VioHelp permet
The
d'éduquer les jeunes sur
application
l'utilisation de ces
allows to
applications
educate the
qui peuvent
youth
sauver des vies
in the
sur
use and also
en deuxième
in the
ligne,
empowerment
ça
of
permet
women.
d'ouvrir la
And
collaboration
it
avec
also
les
allows
plus
to
jeunes
have
pour trouver et
collaboration
élaborer des systèmes plus
between
adaptés
youth
à la
to
vie et aux besoins
elaborate
des
a
personnes.
more adapted system.
Donc, ce sont les recommandations que
So these
met en
are
avant
the
en lien avec son
recommendations that we
application,
would
c'est
like
de
to
pousser
put
l'éducation
forward. So we
pour que
have
les
to make
jeunes
sure
soient
that
plus à l'aise avec l'utilisation
we
de ce genre d'outils
educate the
et
youth
ouvrir davantage la collaboration
so that they
que
are
les jeunes puissent
comfortable
travailler
in
ensemble, collaborer et
using
trouver des solutions qui
and
sont
in
mieux
working
adaptées
together
et
to
plus
have
justes
better
à
solutions.
ce genre de problème. Merci.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you
If
very
I
much.
may just quickly talk about the two recommendations. One is about women's safety, and it's related to sexual-based violence. And the other one is educating young people to effectively collaborate and use digital solutions to solve specific issues. Thank you very much for your contribution. Dear participant, we cannot go through all the questions. We will request Emmanuel, because there are some other questions that are coming to you, to post your contacts. So those who are interested in your initiative can continue contacting you, and we will close the contribution. Lisa, I see your hand, and maybe within 1 minute, if you can speak. Hope you have resolved your issue. So Lisa, I think it's a former hand that was raised. We will move to the conclusion of this webinar, and there are different contributions that are made, and it is evident that digital technologies can bring solutions to health-related issues, to climate-related issues, to other service delivery and access, and many, many more solutions to accelerate the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And we thank you all. And I'll give 1 minute to Nerina to conclude and thank you for your contributions. We will share with you the recommendations that you have provided. And thank you very much. After Nerina has spoken, we will have all our cameras open so that we can have the picture of participants. Nerina, thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you, Christella. I just want to thank you all for your engagement, attendance, and participation at this webinar today to mark International Youth Day. As mentioned, we will share the summary. I think it would be good if we continue to engage and exchange in terms of particularly ideas, good practices, and also following the Summit of the Future. I think it might be worthwhile to have some kind of follow-up engagement, noting then the final documents there. But on that note, and also, being cognizant of the time, thank you all very much for your participation. Thank you especially to the speakers. We appreciate you sharing your experiences with us, and also to my colleagues in the youth team for organizing this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nerina. So please open your camera and let's have a nice picture of this webinar. If you can open your cameras. People are dropping out already, but please, those who are still around, can you please open your cameras just for 30 seconds, and then we will finish this webinar.
La caméra ne s'affiche pas, s'il vous plaît.
No. But make sure it's open.
I think people who aren't panelists cannot open their camera.
Oh, okay. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. I don't know if the tech team has taken the picture already. Thank you all. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, colleague.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wish my fellow Kenyans a lot. Thank you.
Merci. Bonne journée à tous.
Merci.